Okay guys, I'm going to start this 1978 Chevy C10 truck, old Dookie. That's its name that we gave it, with the step side bed on it. So let's see if we have any problems out of it. I've connected the batteries up on both trucks, the 84 Silverado and old Dookie here. I haven't started them in probably, I'm just taking a guess, probably, I don't know, three weeks maybe. Something along those lines. It hasn't been too long, but it's been long enough. Okay. Hopefully it'll start up. I always disconnect the batteries just to make sure mice and stuff like that don't give a problem. So that sounds good. And you always got to contend with the buzzer, don't you? It's probably about 90 degrees out here today. That wasn't too bad. A lot of times it takes a little bit longer. Let it warm up for a minute. Let the juices flow through it. As I said, it's probably been 3 weeks, I guess, since I put them back here in the backyard. Had the air conditioning man come by the house today. We have them come by once a year, at least once a year, just to service the AC and the heat. This is a train, by the way, and we've had it, I didn't realize we'd had it that long. We've had it 10 years, and it's been pretty good. He said my Freon was good, and everything on the AC unit was good. So he wasn't here too long. He just cleaned it out and stuff and serviced it, make sure everything was going good on it, and it is. So I'm real proud of that. So since I've lived in this house, I've had 3 heat and air units. The first one, of course, come with the house. Second one was a Rheem central heat and air unit. I hate to say anything bad, but I hate Rheem. The stupid thing tried to kill us. By that I mean, when it was time for heat, let me move this up a little bit. Hopefully it'll run. Let it sit out here and idle. Anyway, we wound up having carbon dioxide come in the house, and luckily we had a carbon dioxide sensor in the house. So it kept, making a sound, beeping or whining, whatever it was doing. And come to find it out, we had carbon dioxide. So if we hadn't had that, my wife and I would have probably woke up dead. So anyway, Rheem wouldn't do anything about it. It was only like 2 or 3 years old. So I just decided to get rid of the whole thing and go with a train. And I've been pretty happy with it thus far. As I said, this is 10 years old, this one. I'll show you old Dookie in case you're a new person. If you're an old person, it's been on, I said it again, didn't I? I didn't mean to call anybody old. I'm just talking about if you've been a long time subscriber or have been watching my videos. That's what I meant. So anyway, it's a 78 Chevy truck that used to be a long bed, now it's a short bed. I have this truck for sale if anybody's interested in it. It's a good truck, but it needs work. But it's a running, driving truck. It's got a new heater core in it, and it has real good heat. Wipers work, and the motor is a 307. It's not original to this truck. I'll show you the motor if I can. Maybe I can do it with one hand. Hang on just for a minute. Okay, it's a 307 with a 350 turbo, and it runs good. I mean, it's just it's out of a 71 Nova, the 307 is, but you can hear it's pretty quiet. I mean, it runs good. It's not a speed demon, what I'm trying to say. but it will get you there and back. I do have trouble. I'm going to be perfectly honest, as I always am. You probably seen the clothespins. I've heard that trick works, but it doesn't. But if you drive it gets like 95 around here in East Tennessee. I live in East Tennessee, by the way. It gets about 95 degrees and you drive this truck hard. I mean, sometimes when you turn it off, like the last time it done it, I think my wife and I was getting a hamburger and we went inside to eat at Cookout. Come back out and it started up, but it kind of died after that. And it had vapor locked. And if you wait a few minutes, it will, start right back up. But you got to wait like maybe 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, let the motor cool off a little bit. So it's got a little bit of a radiator leak that I noticed not too long ago coming down the side, somewhere down in here. I would suggest getting a new radiator if you're interested in driving it for a long time, I guess, but I don't see no need. For me, I don't see a need. It's got power steering, power brakes, of course. I want to shut the hood. Let's see, what else? Oh, well, obviously, it's got a lot of rust. It needs rockers, some fender patches, or maybe even some new fenders. But you've seen my 75 C10. I mean, it's basically, they're notorious for this. Rockers, fenders, almost the same places as all the other C10s around these years. As I said, this is a 78. It's got new exhaust on it. All the lights work, everything works. It needs to be cleaned up. Let's see, it's been lowered, but it was not lowered by me, so I don't know what kind of drop. Don't even ask me that. I couldn't tell you. Trying to think of some more things that's wrong with it. Well, I mean, you can just look at the body. I mean, it needs some work. As I said, it used to be a long bed. Somebody's put this, shortened it, and it was done right. I've got a video from last summer. I crawled up and under the truck as big as I am. My belly was anyway. I've gained some weight. But, and I showed you all the welds, and I've had it on 2 or 3 different racks with 2 or 3 different opinions. The main one being Tim Dixon at Gas X Chop Shop in 10 Mile, Tennessee, and he said it was done right. Whoever done it done a very good job. So if he says it, that's good. I got a new Chevrolet dash cover on it. I've had the seat redone. It rides really good. The stereo doesn't work, but I've got aftermarket gauges under there. But the stereo's just sitting in there just to be sitting in there. Let's see. Anyway, as you can tell, it's all different colors. Tailgate's a different color. I mean, it's just mismatched. But I don't know, I kind of like that look myself. I'm a patina guy, in case you're just stumbled across this video. It's probably going to need some tires in the rear. Front ones are good. Back ones, not so much. I wouldn't go around the country or nothing with those tires. As you can see, this one, I would get some new tires for the back if I was going to drive it every day. It's got dings, dents, probably a little Bondo here and there. Just assume the worst and maybe you will be surprised. This fender's not original to the truck. It's got typical, I've had several of these trucks, so I kind of know where to look. It's got a license plate there because there's a hole in the floorboard. I'm just being upfront and telling you everything that I know about the truck. But, it's the 307 is a good motor. As I said, it's I don't have no problems with it, but I mean, somebody might want to rebuild it sometime in the future, or maybe put a 350 in it. When I when I bought the truck, somebody had a 5.3 in it with all the computer stuff, and my buddy bought it and took the 5.3 and all the computer stuff, you know, hardware and stuff, the transmission all out. So he was going to junk the truck, and I literally begged him for this truck. I didn't want it to go to the salvage yard and be crushed or parted out, so that's why I've got it today. Stuck an old 307 in there with a 350 turbo, and this is it. But I'm wanting to sell it because I'm wanting to put some money into that white truck, the Cheyenne, the 78 over Tim Dixon's, which in a lot of ways this is in much better shape than it. But you know me, I just kind of like to, I don't know, I kind of like to move on to something else sometimes. I've had this truck for years, and it's a good old truck. I mean, if you just, I drove it back and forth to work and, you know, just different places. I haven't went anywhere far in it. You know, I haven't drove it 50 or 60 miles one way. I've drove it to Gas Axe Chop Shop in 10 Mile, Tennessee, and that's probably 20 or 25 miles from me, you know, no issues. Just goes down the road. So, you know, it's just an old Chevrolet truck. You can expect, you know, little things, little minor things, you know. I don't know what to say. I'm trying to be perfectly honest, but nothing matches. Assume the worst. Y'all might think I'm too high on it. I don't know. I'm asking $5,000 for it. It gets looks everywhere I drive this truck. If I go to the gas station to put gas in it, you might as well count on, if anybody's there, you might as well count on talking for a few minutes anyway, because somebody's going to come up to you and start talking to you about this truck. I mean, it's got, you can find a lot of trucks here and there, but this is, I don't know, for some reason everybody loves this truck, and people come up to it. I mean, it's kind of one of a kind as far as being mismatched and stuff. It kind of reminds me of that Motor Trend, what's the name of that? Anyway, or what's his name? I can't think of his name. Anyway, somebody will tell me in the comments. I'm kind of losing my mind here lately. But he's got a truck like this at Motor Trend magazine. Anyway, I'm talking about something I don't know nothing about, but he's got, I always kind of thought this truck was kind of like his, but his is in much better shape. But anyway, if you think you might be interested in it, leave me a comment. And as I said, I live in East Tennessee, so if you live in Texas or something like that, you can kind of pretty much count on you're going to have to ship it. Shipping's on you, of course. And I've sold several trucks here. I've sold quite a few trucks, and I always tell the truth about everything if I know it. I'm not going to lie to you about nothing. If you don't buy the truck, it's not eating nothing. I don't have to sell it. It's not a half-two case. There's been times in my life it was a half-two case, but I don't have to. So, I mean, if it stays here, that's fine. I've had it for years, so it's all good. But anyway, oh, I didn't even show you the inside of the bed. I'm sorry. It's got a bed floor in it made of metal. I got it at Tim Dixon's. That's my emergency brake. Or my emergency brake. That's my wife's bicycle. She rides occasionally. So I got it in the back along with this other stuff, because you can see I'm a hoarder, parts hoarder. So that's why it's back here for the moment. Anyway, if you think you might be interested in this, as I said, just leave me a comment and a way to get a hold of you. And you know, I'd like to sell it. I'm asking $5,000 for it, and you know, if it don't sell, that's fine, no big deal. I was going to start it up and let it run for a few minutes anyway. And by the way, it's full of gas. Oh, there's an incentive. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Thanks a lot, and y'all please stay safe. I'm on Instagram, Primer This Best, all one word though, Primer This Best. And appreciate you watching. Y'all stay safe, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. See y'all later.